Welcome to the ITM Podcast.
This is episode 279 of the ITM Podcast, the official Boston Red Sox podcast of the CLNS Media Network, brought to you by Prize Picks, the exclusive daily fantasy partner of the CLNS Media Network. And the Boston Red Sox, well, I guess they lost the series to the Seattle Mariners. My name is Joey Copponi and Scott Neville. Scott, how you doing?
I'm good. I don't know what you were talking about there at the end there, but I think we kind of nailed it. We, thought series split going into it, and then Crochet Day to end the series, and boom. I didn't even watch today because it was just like Garrett Crochet Day. That guy's got a sub-2 ERA. It's like, that is a done deal. We're going to wrap it up. Against the Seattle Mariners offense, there's no, what did he pitch? 8-9 innings?
Scott.
Go on. Before I have a question. Did he break the strikeout record?
In a game? Like, did he break Clemens'
the single game?
No.
Tie it or come? How far? Like, at what point in the game did you go, oh, he's probably not going to get it?
Probably in the third.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Huh. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was probably right around the second.
The second?
Maybe. Yeah. Could have been the first, to be honest.
Second time through the lineup or?
No, like inning. So, like inning.
The second inning.
I have terrible news, dude.
Okay, hit me.
So, you know how sometimes, like, you know how, like, you know how you probably have, like, a favorite pair of pants. Like, you pull out your pair of pants and you're like, oh, these are my, like, going out. Like, I look good in these pants.
Of course.
You know? And then you pop them on and you look in the mirror and you're like, why are they not doing it today?
No, I don't have that problem. They're gray. They're like J. Crew. I got them in Atlantic City, and they hit every time.
Crochet had a stinker, dude.
What does that even mean? Oh, I mean, like for him, like 6 innings, 2 earned, 6 1/3, 2 earned.
Nah, man, he barely went 5. He gave up 4 runs.
A lot of errors.
Earned runs.
Earned runs. Bad scoring.
Runs.
What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, and Garrett Crochet has a bad game, and that's what happened.
But obviously, like, that's going to happen. And obviously in those moments, because he's been so good and so important to us, the offense picked him up. Because the opposing pitcher couldn't have,
They lost to Crochet Day. They lost on Crochet Day.
That would mean they lost the series, and we said we're going to win the series. And everything happened. We were 2 games in, everything happened as we said it was going to happen then.
It's amazing. So if you look at the last 7 games, we nailed 6 of them.
That is actually crazy.
It is. And the only one we got wrong was one that was by far the most unforeseeable, which is
by far the easiest guarantee.
Yeah. Crochet just had a stinker. It happens. And you're going to see a lot of overreactions. You're going to see a lot of people like freaking out.
I saw a lot of people just being like, well, that's his worst start of the season, and that's okay. And it's like, well, I don't know if that's necessarily true. I don't know if he walks 5 again, but like everyone just went, well, that's as bad as it gets, and it's okay.
I mean, things have been so bad for so long, dude. I'm fine with people underreacting to something bad.
I agree.
Because it's been so long that things have been actually bad. Now that the team is actually good, for a very good player to have a bad day and we all lose our minds, that would have been crazy. Kind of like everybody's doing with Tristan Casas. That would have been crazy.
Are we going to do that thing again where the Red Sox let Bayo not be great and win every game, and then when there's a good pitcher out there, they just don't score? Are we doing that again? Is Bayo about to get 20 wins with a 4.5 ERA? We did it last year. And
I think that scenario that you're painting is too consistent for them.
so you think it's going to stay?
No, I'm saying like having a trend of any sort, like, ooh, they're good against good pitchers, and they're good when they don't have their best pitcher on the mound. They're bad when they have their best pitchers on the mound. That's too consistent for them. They're not consistent enough to even do that.
They did it last year.
Yeah, but last year was consistently mid. Perfectly mid, some would say.
Perfect season. The perfect season for average.
Yeah, that's what they should have called the Netflix doc. The perfect season.
I mean, in fairness, like Bayo allowed one run in 5 innings, so it's not like he was bad by any means. It was just shaky to watch, and so yeah. I mean, it's not like they. So I'm not saying. I mean, it's funny that Bayo got the win immediately after leading the team last year with 14 wins, which we do not talk about enough. 14 wins with a 4.49 ERA, and awesome. He might win 20 games this year. I don't know.
It's on the table.
Yeah, and he might not hit the 6th inning in that span.
He's an interesting one, man. He's a case study, but certainly better than I expected. I mean, looking at the numbers that he had in the minors, dude, if you had told me that that's what he was going to bring to the table, I'd be fucking more than fine with it.
I think he kind of did take those minor league numbers to the table. 'Cause, I mean, like, his FIP was 7.43 and had a 1.4 whip. So, like, he tried. There was the bases loaded thing that he figured out. Mm. He hit 2 guys. He struck out 3. 3 walks and 2 hit by pitches. He was trying.
Can I just say, I took the over on 4.5 hits allowed by Bayo. Fuck you. Kinda, right? Like, you can't have an outing that's like so shaky and also give up 4 exactly. Like, come on.
It's tough. That's really tough.
They should have looked at the whole line and been like, that's basically 5 hits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you walk, you walk 3, hit 2, that counts as a hit somewhere in there. That counts as a couple hits.
That you get 5 free passes. Yeah.
He's got a career 1.4-1.5 whip. I did not realize how terrible that. I mean, I know how terrible that is.
It's excusable, I guess, or justified because people still refer to him as a ground ball pitcher. And like, well, yeah, he gets traffic, but he gets out of it. He's a ground ball pitcher. It's like kind of
sure, but ground ball pitchers are supposed to like give ground balls that are hittable, like catchable and fieldable. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like when people call it a ground ball pitcher, they're not expecting 110 off the bat, ripped up the middle, like consistently. Like they're saying like a curveball that they just hit got on top or got below and just got on top of and just chopped it to third, like at 58 miles an hour. They're not talking about just lacing them through the infield, and you need 4 Gold Glovers to like have a shot and back it up. I don't know.
His ground ball percentage
again. Are they doing another doc? Because use this episode.
His ground ball percentage in 22 was in the 93rd percentile. In 23, it was 92nd, and then in 24, it was down to 86, and obviously not enough data for 2025, but. He's a ground ball pitcher. It's just rarely in the moments where you want it. And like you said, quality of contact and all that shit. Bayo or Crochet, though, I did want to say, like, because we are talking about walks, the walks were way uglier than the hits. The walks were tough to watch. It was like talking to a friend and they start, like, you haven't been drinking or anything, and they just start like slurring their words at you or something. It's like, are you all right? Like I know you can do this. I've seen you do it many, many times. What is happening right now? Just seeing him missing the zone feels all wrong.
Yeah, he talks about being passive, but I think he just one of those days where he just didn't have a feel. And I will say the funny thing about it is that after that start, where he allowed 4 runs in 5 innings, he still has a sub-2 ERA.
That's crazy.
It's pretty funny to me.
I did want to see the ERA because I was keeping an eye on it, early because he allowed the runs in the third, the second.
Dude, I don't know,
it's all the same. But I did. My mind immediately did go to a season ERA. Like, let him go long enough where, so 2 in the first, 2 in the second. I did keep an eye on it for the sake of I want his ERA to stay nice. Like there's something nice about seeing.
It's important to us.
Yeah,
I think he's one of those ones that you actually feel like he can get awards and stuff. He could win the Cy Young with the right. So it's with him it matters. Does it matter if some of these other guys fluctuate? Not really. You're rooting for him, but Tanner Houck has a bad start, and you're all right. I mean, that sucks. I want all of their numbers to be insane, but with Crochet, it's one bad start could lose you, a really cool award that ultimately means nothing. But it would be nice if the Red Sox could boast a Cy Young winner or the starter in the All-Star game or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, those are obviously the most that we've had the past few years is a pseudo playoff chase and, the hope for some individual accolades. Rafi's going to be in the All-Star game. Is anybody else going to join him? Last year, Tanner Houck being a starter for the All-Star game was a real conversation that mattered. There's something just clean about looking at his season ERA too, and not having to be if you take out this one start or, since May 4th, his ERA is 1.8. What is it right now after today?
1.95, I believe.
1.95. I mean, come on. Anything sub 2 is just pretty. It's just nice to look at.
Yeah. He's 2-2 though. Kind of sucks. He's supposed to be here to win.
Yeah, that's what I've been really keeping an eye on in terms of his stats and Cy Young and all that stuff. His wins. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be amazed how much that is still consistently talked about on national platforms. I thought we all know, but it's not the case. Radio, even Felgerman, obviously they're gonna say the most uproarious shit that they possibly can.
Yeah, that's the goal over there. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, there's real national outlets that still talk about wins and losses. It's simply unbelievable. You know what else is unbelievable?
No.
Springtime is here, and baseball season is officially underway. Don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from the diamond in your prize picks lineup. Whether it's strikeouts, RBIs, or first inning runs, take your pick of more or less for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash today. On prize picks, you can mix and match players from different sports. Combine your favorite baseball players with players from basketball, hockey. What else, Scott?
Esports.
Yeah, dude, esports. Yeah, and much more.
I'm always thinking about esports. I was saying that. I was thinking about esports. You said it, just blurted out. It was the first thing that came to mind.
Which esports were you thinking of?
Overwatch League.
Yeah, that's the one, dude. The second half of the basketball season's here too. Scott doesn't care though, and the push to the playoffs is heating up. It's the best place.
It's really hot right now.
It's really, really hot.
Yeah.
Getting warmer.
These games matter. These games really starting to matter at this point in the push.
The best place to cash in on your favorite sports prize picks. Download the app. Use code CLNS. Get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You do not. No, you do not need to win.
You obviously got to win. You obviously got to win because why would they give you the money if you don't win?
It's guaranteed. All you got to do is play your first $5 lineup. You get $50 instantly.
It's guaranteed if you win.
It's guaranteed whether you... No. It's guaranteed instantly.
You have to win. You have money.
You don't have to win.
Lose. That's so... What is the point? How could that be a profitable business model? You obviously have to win.
I'm reading it right now. Sign up today. Get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. They're throwing away money at Prize Picks. I don't understand.
Okay.
Use code CLNS. $50, $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
Taco Tuesday.
Will Fleming. He does the radio call. You know him?
Tall guy.
Will Fleming. Tall guy. Yeah. Speaks Spanish. Yeah. He put it wicked succinctly, dude, on the radio call because I was texting with a buddy
Wicked
about.
succinctly was just a phrase you would only hear in a couple of states.
He put it wicked succinctly, dog. He did. I was talking with a buddy at the beginning of this series, and he said, I want to pull it up, but he said something like, this team there's something AAU about them. Like they feel there's not a lot of cohesion. Like they feel like they're kind of put together, and sometimes they win by accident. And I was like, yeah, like you're onto it. Like you're in the right ballpark, but I don't know if that's quite it, but something feels weird about this team. And Will Fleming, just as simple as can be, was like, this team is just all or nothing right now. And I was like, yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. There it is. Like I was thinking too much about it. I think it's that simple. They just feel all or nothing. There are times where the team's unrecognizable. There are times where in the third inning, I'm like, oh, they don't win this game. They could be down 2-0, and it's like, oh, they don't come back in this. And individual efforts really carrying them right now. You know, it's like you get a 3-run homer. You get a walk, a single, and a 3-run homer, and then, you know, no hits for the next 4 innings, and that's enough to carry you to the win. It's just strange. There's something weird going on right now. I will say that. There's something that just feels, I don't want to say missing because like the team's all here, but there's just something about the cohesion where all cylinders of our engine are not firing at once. You feel that?
Yeah, a couple birds stuck in a few of them.
Yeah. Birds get caught in engines. It happens.
Yeah.
Usually planes, not cars. I thought we were talking like a car engine.
Oh, well, I'm electric, so.
Oh, right. Do you ever get birds stuck in your electric engine?
I get a lot of flies stuck in the car because something about the vibration of the car.
What?
That's real. Electric cars, the vibration.
Attracts bugs?
Yeah, something about the frequency attracts bugs. You get a lot of fruit flies in your car. It sucks.
Do you think you just might have some food laying around in your car?
No, I don't know if you don't know this because you've never been. My cars are spotless.
That's not surprising at all.
I will not leave like an empty water bottle. Like there's not a thing in my car right now, other than like a glove compartment or something. Like you will never see a wrapper. You will never see a water bottle. Like if I leave the car, I'm taking everything in it.
I mean, I could have assumed that you don't have like a photo on the wall in your home.
No.
I feel like you take the same approach to your house where you're like, if you bring it in, take it out.
Yeah, except for a Christmas tree. We just put that down this month.
Is it a real Christmas tree?
No.
Oh, well then that's whatever. I thought you were just letting a Christmas tree die and shed needles all over your place. That would have been insane.
Never. No. I mean, the housing thing very much became like we signed a 13-month lease, thought it was going to be a 1-year thing, and then it was like we kind of just moved in, and it was like, we're like 4 months in already, 3 months in. It was like, I'm going to be moving this stuff out by the time we get this thing situated. And then we ended up never leaving, and I don't know when we are, but it's always like I'll do the next place, right? Right.
Well, if you need an interior decorator, just call one. I can't.
Yeah, I will. Okay, yeah. That's what that's what I will be doing. It will not be Joey Copponi.
Have you seen my place? No, you haven't seen my place. You see this? This is my place.
I got invited to a party, and then you canceled it, and then you actually had it and didn't re-invite me.
Right.
So I almost went once, but
right. T-ball starts this Saturday. Come on up. See the house. We'll go to T-ball.
Is he any good?
He's definitely showing signs of wanting to be a pitcher, which in T-ball is kind of hard.
That's limiting, yeah. But they can stand and play the defensive aspect of the position. I doubt they let them stand that close.
They let them stand eerily close.
Is the ball softer? It is.
It's like slightly softer, yeah.
But it's still.
But it's also no kids are getting around on the ball.
They can't. You don't have like one or two guys just ripping it through the outfield.
No. It's coach toss. It's not technically T-ball.
Oh, you guys are in coach pitch?
Yeah.
I thought he played like way too early and had to do like 3 years of t-ball.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh,
So
he's playing.
this is year 2, but I put him in coach pitch
So is he going to be in coach pitch for a couple years, or are you going to
2,
have him do kids pitch? Like, okay.
or maybe next year. He'd be young though.
If he did 2 years of kids pitch, like if he did a year of kids pitch before his age, that would be very helpful, I think.
I think so. I think I'm going to put him on like an 8U travel team like next year. He's 4 right now.
I love that.
So.
I think that is the easiest way to grow if they don't hate the game, because that's the one thing is when you stink, you tend to be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
He regularly asks me to like he'll go grab his glove and be like, let's go play catch. And by play catch, he means he fields grounders, which is insane. That. Like what kid is like, throw me grounders?
I don't know about at 4. It probably wasn't much later, but my dad used to, what he would do naturally is instead of playing normal catch, he would throw a ball way left of me and make me go make a dive and catch. And then he would throw a ground. The second I would throw it back, he'd throw a ground ball all the way to the right side and have to go make a dive and stuff. And I was very good at making like above average plays. I was probably average at the ground balls and whatever, but I was making the most diving catches in the league by far. It was because I was more comfortable doing that. So maybe throw those in there. Start moving them left and right on ground balls. See what he can do.
We had a fence in my backyard. Me and my neighbors used to like just play the game of like stealing home runs. Like, you know,
Robin
just throw
homers.
it 2 feet over the fence. And making highlight plays is like the way to, I don't know, it's the fun way to train. So I'm going to be doing that with him.
That helped my cardio a ton, I think, because he would throw it the second I would throw it back. He would pause. He would throw it the other way. And then, I mean, I was just running back and forth the whole time. And then if I started to like cheat, he would then throw it the other way. Like if I threw the ball, took off right, he was throwing it left. I'd have no shot.
You know, there's been a lot of talk online lately. I mean, I guess always, but I just saw one today about like, you know, if you stood in for 50 at bats, could you get a hit? Or like, you know, major league at bats, or, you know, 10 at bats, could you put the ball in play? Like that kind of rhetoric. And I think the answer is like, there's so much luck, and also like you can bunt. Like there's ways to.
I think it's really hard to bunt a Major League Baseball player.
Yeah. But I mean,
like,
in terms of putting the ball in play, not bunting for a hit. I mean, like putting the bat to the ball.
I'm saying that. I'm saying if you take an Emmanuel Clase A slider and you get 50 tries to bunt that, I don't think you're making contact. It's so hard. That is the part that people don't, I feel like, understand. They don't get to the higher level. Bunting is not easy once you get to like beyond high school. Maybe even if you're playing at a decent league in high school, like hitting a 12-6 curveball and getting that down is not the easiest thing in the world. It's going to pop up. You're going to spike it. It's I don't know. I think people just go, well, I could always bunt at the major. It's like, no, you can't. Like, absolutely no, you can't.
Yeah. But I mean, I just think there's some luck involved. Like if you, the whole like 50 at bats to get it in play, whatever.
There's obviously, luck.
There's just some luck. Some Joe Schmo is going to walk into one in this hypothetical where everybody gets to do this thing. Fielding, like being an infielder, like boom, you are the shortstop for the Red Sox for this inning. You're not doing shit. You're not doing shit. Like, I think we don't appreciate infield defense enough in Major League Baseball. Like, we just, you know, scoff and throw shit when like they don't turn to double play. The speed at which infield defense is played will never stop boggling my mind. I think that's something that like casual fans have to see in person. Like once you're there at the park and you see how fast infielders move and react and release and throw the ball, it's just something we don't appreciate. Something we're just like, no, they should be that good. It's just nice to take a moment and be like, that's fucking nuts. Watch what he just did.
Yeah, it's really hard.
It's like an acrobat and an athlete. Like we're talking like this like gymnast and like NASCAR speed reaction time.
Then you got to throw a missile 85 miles per hour across the diamond accurately on the move.
Insane. I had a dream that NASCAR dissolved. No more NASCAR. It was a big deal. People were people were up in arms about it. But then
How did
I
you
got
feel?
older. I didn't care. But then I got older, and I remember I said something about like NASCAR, and people were like, "What is that?" And I was like, "You guys don't remember NASCAR?"
You're too
Yeah.
young to remember NASCAR.
Yeah, you guys, back in the day, NASCAR was this thing. It was like National Auto Sports Car Auto Racing. National Automobile Sports Car Automobile Racing. Is that what it stands for?
Dude, haven't ever thought of it once in my life.
I'm pretty sure it is like
Don't know that
automobiles
I
and their
don't
toys.
know that I definitively would have ever thought that was an acronym. If
Yeah, I
somebody
mean, that's
asked
fair.
me, I would have been like, "Yeah, I'm sure it is." I don't think that's ever crossed my mind that could be an acronym. I don't spend a whole lot of time on the NASCAR side of things.
National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, which is redundant to say stock car auto racing. It's
Car.
yeah, we're car racing cars. We're doing a
It's
car
true.
race with cars.
It's true.
Yep. I wish they won the series. They didn't. And when the team isn't doing anything, it's hard to watch because you just know they're not going to do anything. Yeah. I don't know. A tough one to look at. I did want to take a look at Tristan Cassis.
It's good again.
Yeah. Let me just pull it up real quick because I wanted to get the actual numbers. Oh, goodness gracious. 2 for 8. 250. A 1,500 OPS, though, because those were 2 homers.
Yep.
Again, all or nothing. A microcosm of the whole conversation that we've been having about the Sox. But the thing is, if you're not doing anything but you hit a homer or 2 every 3 to 5 games, I think you'll keep people quiet.
Especially for 3-run homers.
Yeah, I don't think people were ever too concerned about like Poppy's average.
No, but that might be because it was always good.
Might be because it was always good. I was watching, after the Sox game ended, us left Neston on, as 100% of their viewership outside of the games comes from people who
Right.
just are too lazy to change the channel. And they were talking about the 77 Sox, I think it was. It was just like a documentary about the 77 Sox. I forget who they were talking about.
Right, threw us in there to talk shit about Bayo, I'd assume, if I had to guess.
Yeah, they threw us in there too. Yeah, I don't remember saying all that shit about Fisk, but I guess we did. And they were like, he put together a healthy season with a 311 batting average, helping the team. It's like it's so silly what baseball was. Like, oh, he had a pretty good year, 311.
Every player on Baseball Reference that you see, like back in the day, like when we do our, we just found out that Drew Pomeranz is a great grandfather that played in the big leagues. It's like he hit 308 over 12 years with 3 home runs. And you're like, what was this game back then? Like,
dude, Pesky is the fucking craziest one. I remember, like, I used to just tweet out Pesky stats. I think it was my first year covering the team. But Johnny Pesky has like the silliest stat line of all time. Like, he hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He hit 7 homers over these 4 years with an 790 OPS.
That's
313 average, 7 homers in 3 years. 600 games, 2,800 plate appearances. It's just not a part of the game.
I mean, he hit 306 and 312 in back-to-back years with a 104 OPS plus. Like, that's just not how the game works anymore.
I always thought, like, they call it the pesky pole because, like, he really made that pole his bitch. Like, he was, wrapping him around that thing all the time. No, it was like that's the only way he ever got one.
Yep.
Is if he snuck one in at 313.
I had 2 girls next to me at the game. They were asking me questions about it, and that was one. They were like, was he just mashing it over there? I was like, it wasn't around but probably
I wasn't here.
Yeah.
So
they also were like, "What's a Skinner?" And I was like, "I think that's like a racial slur you can't say." And they were, I think they saw like a splitter or sinker on the big board. But
remember when Eck dropped the word slutter on the broadcast?
Oh yeah.
I think about that a lot. I think about Eck a lot. Miss Eck.
Yeah.
He was at the park not long ago. They showed him on the broadcast. It was like, get him in the booth. Don't show me him in a suite.
He does the Legends suite thing a lot. You get paid for that.
Yeah. I don't pay him to come over to the booth for an inning.
Agreed.
That's what I want. I want him talking. We had it so good. Eck and Remy was like not long ago at all. And Loomer's great.
College. I love Maloney.
He's so good. I hope he does this for a really long time. He's really, really good at it. I hope Nesson finds it in their budget to keep Loomer around and to get a play-by-play guy who cares. It's insane how much Dave doesn't care. And the thing, like, I know he gets a lot of hate, and like he turns it on at times, but his default setting is just to be like, and it's gone. 3-run homer for Tristan Cassis as he rounds the bags.
Yeah, he seems more like he's a basketball guy. If I bet you baseball is not his top sport, because I think he does the other stuff. I think my dad has mentioned this a couple of times where his take on him is basically just that you typically remember the play-by-play guys of, eras. And, Orsillo is like meaningful to the fan base. And like there were plenty of before him, like McDonough and whatever, where you have like connection to that person. And I don't think anyone is going to come away being like, that was Dave O'Brien. He was like my childhood, or he was like my, that was that era for me.
Yeah.
It just feels like he's just a guy. Like you're not going to remember him the way you would remember, like Remy was obviously important, or Orsillo, like usually they're impactful for the people that are watching 162 games, and he just feels like meh. Like it's not that he's terrible and he's annoying and you hate him. He's just not memorable.
He's definitely there.
Yeah.
You can say that about him.
You say that, but like I think you could get 5 innings into a game and be like, oh, yeah, it's OB again. Like, it's like I'm saying that more. It's more of like a spring training thing. Like obviously, like he's doing it 99% of the time in season, but like in spring training when it's kind of just like whatever. Anytime TC's in there, they just throw shit at the wall. They don't care. You can get into a game pretty far and be like, oh, like OB usually does like the latter half, right? Like they don't have him come in week 1. It's like, oh, he's back.
Oh, look at that. This is OB. Nobody's ever like, oh, fuck yeah, an OB game. Nice, OB's back. Yeah. And the thing is, they have 2 awesome options there. The Monaco is probably not even really an option anymore because he's getting so much national work. Yeah, he's beyond their budget. But like Fleming's in the building. Like bring him over. Put Fleming Loomer on television. Eat my butt, dude. Are you kidding me?
Excuse me?
You heard me, bro. You heard me say it. Get out of here. Give me that every night. The Loomer and Fleming thing, not the other thing.
We could do the pitching previews.
Oh, okay, folks. It is 3 games in Cleveland, Ohio. Game 1 is going to be Tanner Houck versus Ben Lively. Tanner Houck, second time going 6 innings, came his last time out. 6 innings of 2-run ball against the White Sox, season high of 7 strikeouts, still just 18 on the year through 5 starts. Ben Lively is an American actress, a daughter of actor Ernie Lively. She made her professional debut in his directorial project Sandman. She had her breakthrough role in The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants and its 2008 sequel. Several months after the troubled production and release of the dramatic romantic drama It Ends With Us, Lively filed a complaint with the California Civil Rights Department alleging she experienced sexual harassment from the film's director and co-star Justin Baldoni. The New York Times reported that Baldoni then hired a PR crisis management team to bury Lively after she confronted him about the alleged harassment. Documents obtained by Lively via subpoena allegedly showed a coordinated effort on behalf of Baldoni to discredit her across both traditional and social media. On January 16th, 2025, Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, told NBC that his client filed a $400 million defamation countersuit against Lively and Reynolds. On January 31st, Baldoni filed a 168-page timeline of events, including text messages to support the assertion that Lively had conducted a smear campaign against him. Game 2 is going to be Walker Buehler versus Logan Allen. Buehler's been pretty good, 7 innings, 9 Ks, 1 run his last time out. Logan Allen is the second guy named Logan Allen to pitch for Cleveland. Now that's something. It's also the only something that I got on him. And game 3 is going to be Brian Bello versus Gavin Williams. Dudes suck. And that is going to do it for your pitching preview. Oh my God, I messed up my own line. I just didn't write the Bello Williams. We're rushing the show a little bit, so I just didn't write something there. They don't suck. Bello doesn't suck. Bello's fine. Bello's good. Bello's good.
Gavin Williams supposed to be really, really good.
Yeah, well, is he, though?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got in this series?
This is definitely not going to be a sweep of any kind. Cleveland is another one like Seattle. It's always going to be a 2-1, one way or another. Sox don't look good at all. They don't have Crochet in the series.
They got Bueller. Team Cy Young.
Sox take 2 out of 3, I guess.
I'm leaning the same way, to be honest. I think we get a good Bello start. I think they take 2 out of 3. I'm also going to make a prediction for this series. And it's that Rafael Devers hits a fastball. Because I don't know if you noticed this.
They don't,
he can't. They're doing it again. And he can't do it again. He was late all at the beginning of the year, and then he found it. And now they're like, oh, he still hasn't caught up to the fastball, though. And today he faced, I think it was 14 four-seamers and 2 sinkers.
Yep.
Is what he saw today. So my prediction is that he finds it. And I think it's in the second, maybe third game of the series. He gets around on one, rips a double into right center.
I am pretty sure this is what ignited that crazy 6 home run stretch for him last year. I don't remember if that was the tear, but I remember this exact same thing happened last year where they were just like, we're just going to default only throwing fastballs. And he started to hit the fastball. And I'm excited for that because when you have a player like Devers and you lean one way against him, because for some reason, unlike mixing it in, with him, they say, this series, we're going to go 100% fastball or 100% breaking ball. If you give him an assignment, you're basically just taking a very, very, very good hitter, and you're eliminating a bunch of pitches.
You are taking probably the best pure hitter on the Boston Red Sox, and you're saying, here's what's coming.
Yep, exactly.
And it's not like, hey, I'm throwing a knuckleball, good luck, here it comes. Like, no, I'm throwing you the straightest pitch that we got. I think he'll find it. I think he'll time you up. I don't think it's going to take all too much.
Who knows if they'll do the exact same thing, but it does seem to be something that, they know his stats against fastballs this series. I promise you that. And so that will be taken into consideration.
Rafi's just not the guy to adapt and say, okay, I'm not hitting the fastball right now. I'll wait for something to come my way and, wait for the off speed. He's the guy to say, I'm going to sit and wait for it because I know you're going to throw it to me. Because you think I can't hit it. I'm going to sit back and wait for it. And you're going to regret it when you do. So that's my prediction for this series. Rafi hits the fastball. Sox win 2. All right. It's NFL draft time over here. So enjoy your Friday. It's not Fenway Friday. Enjoy your Progressive Field Friday. I tell this story every time we talk about Cleveland. Scott, I don't know if I've ever told it to you. But if you're in Cleveland for this game and you're looking for something to do, one time I had a layover in Cleveland and my flight got canceled and I had to stay the night in Cleveland. And I was at the airport, at the airport bar, and I asked the bartender, what is there to do in Cleveland? And she said, sometimes my husband takes me to Applebee's. So if you're in Cleveland and looking for something to do,
there you go.
Get someone's husband to take you to Applebee's. And we will be back after this thrilling series in Central Ohio for Scott Neville. Oh, follow us on the socials. What am I doing? Follow us on the socials. Sub on the YouTube, please. Socials are ITM_pod. You can follow me at Joey Copponi. You can follow him at Scott Neville 46. Just like,
Go Sox.
Yeah. Sox. For Scott Neville, I'm Joey Copponi. Go Sox, kid.